You're taller, man.
I am.
He's like, yeah, represent. Okay, come on up here so they can see these scoots. Do you see these shoes? Tell us about these shoes.
So, when I was in the 5th grade, I was bullied because I had worn a pair of pink shoes, and I caught my dad doing this as well, because he would wear them for one of his coworkers that he used to work for. And when I did this, I was bullied, and so I came back to my dad, tears, didn't want to do anything that I had started doing before, like cancer fundraising. And he said, well, think about this. What you've been doing is so helpful to most people. Do you really just want to quit? So I thought about it, and I woke up that next morning, and I said, Dad, can you go and buy me the brightest pair of pink shoes you can find?
Yeah.
And then when we did these, I was at one of my assemblies that I do for our schools, and I was at my middle school, and my dad had come out onto the floor, and he had gotten a phone call from a director of Alive Shoes, and that's how these were made. These are HOLO, Hope and Love. Wow. And everything about the shoes that I'm wearing, from the orange tongue, which is from my grandfather who had passed of Parkinson's, and through the pink from 5th grade, and then my dad's also wearing a pair. But just being able to come out and have someone believe in my story to where I could create my own shoes, shook. I froze in the middle of that assembly.
It's amazing, right? I have some shoes. I have these shoes. Can you imagine? Because they're like my favorite colors. And I didn't remember to bring them. I'm so sad. Tell us what's been going on. Because since last year, I know you had a busy year. Like, all kinds of things just happened. What happened last year?
So after WICON, I thank you for being able to come out and speak to you today, and also being able to come out last year. But after that, I was able to go to Cleveland because of the people at Airmaster, and we were also able to speak to 6,000 kids, 3,500 adults, and give out 10,000 copies of my journal. We were also able to go and speak in 5 different states to most schools, and in Cleveland, we also spent a week talking to the diocese and doing parent forums, so.
It's amazing.
It's not a lot of free time.
Not a lot of free time. How do you deal with that? Because I know, like, sometimes people think, and they're like, you're this young kid still, right? If that's fair, super smart, and we love what you've done. How do you balance that with? Do you still get to be a kid?
Yeah. So I've had questions that come from my assemblies saying, "Are you this kind of robot that's able to do everything at once?" I say, "No, I'm still a kid. I still have to go to school. I still have to do all my schoolwork, which I end up doing before I leave, and thankfully, because I'm now in high school, I'm able to have all of my teachers know about what I do, so they say, just keep up on your work, and you'll be fine." So.
That's fantastic. So why do you do this? I mean, you talked about the bullying. I mean, what's the message on your heart and the purpose in your life?
So I think the purpose in my life for what I'm doing now is to go out and tell people that things may be hard, but if you put someone in someone else's shoes that may have gone through something tough, like someone losing a family member to either suicide, drug abuse, it's really to say that when hard times come, you can always get through them.
So how do you get through them? What have been a couple of your... And you wrote this journal, which is about kids being able to talk about what they've struggled with, right, and the bullying.
Yep.
And how do you, how have you broken through those hard times?
Some of the ones have been hard. I mean, losing my grandfather, that was hard for me because it's him and my dad that have driven me through this since day one. But I end up going through that with the journal, and also going out and seeing kids when I do my assemblies, being able to go out and see smiles on their faces after they leave, just something I would have never imagined I'd be able to do.
That's the deal, right? So how can they get a hold of you? How can they help? What do you need?
So the struggle that we have with the foundation is funding, because when we have schools come at us, not many schools and their public schools don't have much money. So we rely off sponsors, but when sponsors don't come through, we kind of can't get to them. But for funding, it's www.ilovethislife.org. That would be the best way to reach us, and then all of my contact stuff, all of Dad's contact stuff is on there. But that'd really be the best way to reach us.
And you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, anything else? ilovethislife.org.
No, I'd just like to say I thank you all, and for everyone that was here last year and here this year, I would thank you from the bottom of my heart, but for everyone, my heart has no bottom.
Nice job. Am I waiting? What am I? Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, come back. Oh, wait. Guess what?
What?
We have a gift for you.
Wait, what?
What?
I wasn't informed of this.
Look at him. He's so strategic. I was not informed of this prior to the
confused.
engagement.
I'm confused.
I know. So, on behalf of Walmart, I get to let you know that we applied on your behalf for a grant, and you got $500 coming.
Yes. Thank you so much.
So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with $500?
God, I could think of so many things I want to do. But especially get more journals out to kids, be able to go out and speak to more kids especially. That's probably what the most 500 will go to.
All right, go do it. All right. See ya.